Liverpool keep on winning. They just keep on winning. Clean sheets, goals, and Ryan Gravenberch. That guy, genuinely, I'm sorry. As great as Zubimendi is, he has been phenomenal this season. I know it's very, very early in, and we're still only, 5 games in, but they've scored 10 goals. They've conceded once. They've won 4 of their 5 games, and they won in Europe as well. They're collectively, as a unit, they're defending well. They've only conceded 1 goal in the Premier League, which was against Nottingham Forest. And they have just battered Bournemouth. But Ryan Gravenberch, this guy, like, don't get me wrong, Bournemouth had a lot of shots today. I think they had might have been close to 20, which that may be a little bit concerning from a defensive point of view, but they are taking their chances. And this Ryan Gravenberch guy, I'm sorry. The way he is so good at manipulating the ball in tight areas, the way he can drop the shoulder, he's so agile for a big guy. And I really, really think he's going to be if he can carry on at this form. He's only 23 years of age. If he can continue, they've got a serious player on their hands. Make sure you go down, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please do drop a like as well if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts. Can Liverpool win the Premier League? Can they do it? Because so far, from what I have seen under Arne Slot, I'd use 3 words. Defense, for me, is performing better than it was under Jurgen Klopp. Wingers, Luis Diaz looks cold. What's he got? 4 Premier League goals now? 2 against Man United, 2 against Bournemouth. He might even have 5. And the last word is the press. The press is relentless at stages in their game. And the best thing about this is only 5 or 6 games under Arne Slot. If you imagine what they're going to be like, bear in mind they had no Alisson today as well, and they still kept another clean sheet. They obviously subbed out Jota, and I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he come on either, so they're probably going to play him against West Ham in the Cup. Darwin Núñez comes in, gets a goal, which is huge for his confidence. In terms of the lineup, it pretty much picks itself. Other than Alisson and other than Jota both of those not being available. Jota was, but didn't play. You look at Diaz, 2 goals. Salah hasn't been his best in terms of taking his chances so far this season, but he's still there on a creative aspect. Another clean sheet. Like, as great as Arsenal's defense is, this defense so far, the numbers are phenomenal. You know, they've conceded 2 goals in 6 games. 1 against AC Milan, 1 against Nottingham Forest. But the best part for me is that duo. Gravenberch and McAllister. So good, man. So good. Szoboszlai, for me, I've been very critical on him. I don't know if he's the best 10 for this system. I think once they get Zubimendi over the line, because I do think they will sign him, whether that's in January or the summer, I think you could play McAllister in the 10 and have a double pivot of Gravenberch and Zubimendi. But at present, he's doing a job. You know, he doesn't get enough goal returns for me. And you look at the bench, they've got a lot of quality on there. You've got players like Chiesa, Gakpo on there, Jota. Conor Bradley's a good defender. Joe Gomez is a good defender. Tsimikas is an okay defender. So it's a relatively strong Bournemouth side. That Evanilson guy, though, he can't finish for toffee. He missed a penalty against Chelsea last week or the week before, and I think he's missed 11 chances or 11. He hasn't had a shot on target, to my knowledge, yet. But still, I'm a fan of Tavernier. I think he's a good player as well. Kluivert, Semenyo, Zabarini. We've got some good players, Bournemouth. But this Liverpool side, you know, you look at their numbers. They are, from an attacking standpoint, they're taking their chances. And Luis Diaz did that again today. And Darwin Núñez, you know, huge amount of pressure on this guy's shoulders, Darwin Núñez. Is he good enough? I'm not so sure. I am not so sure. But can Liverpool win the Premier League? I think they're going to have to bring in 2 or 3 more players in January to go, because I would be quite concerned if Mohamed Salah got an injury. Obviously, he's one of the best players the Premier League's ever seen. But if for instance, if Arsenal was to lose a Saliba, obviously it'd be a huge loss. But they've also got Tomiyasu that can come into play there, Calafiori that can play there. They could put someone. You could probably put Calafiori alongside Saliba, and alongside Gabriel, and you've still got a strong defense. If Tottenham were to lose Madison or Son, we've got wide players that can come in. They're not as strong, but I don't know who would really. I mean, Federico Chiesa would probably come in and do a good job. But look at their numbers. 1 goal conceded. It's absolutely obscene. 9 goal difference already after 5 games. And they've only scored 1 less goal than Manchester City. And the beauty of it is they're not just relying on one player to get their goals. Like Salah's chipped in, Jota's chipped in, Diaz is chipping in. Trent got his first assist of the season today. I was impressed with his performance. And I think he's improving as a defender. Not quite the finished article yet from his defensive standpoint, but his playmaking, his eye for a pass is phenomenal. It's like having Kevin De Bruyne or Paul Scholes at right back from his passing range. It's phenomenal. This is about building momentum now for Liverpool. Keep this going. See where they're at in the next few weeks. They've got a tough run of games coming up with Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal, Brighton, Leverkusen, and Villa, all in the next 10 games. I do think, however, they will win. Other than the Chelsea game, I think they win comfortably their next 5 games. I think they go and beat West Ham. West Ham are a mess today. Chelsea battered them. I think they beat Wolves. Wolves threw away a 1-goal lead and lost to Villa 3-1. Bologna, I think they beat. Palace, I think they beat. And then that Chelsea game is going to be very, very, very interesting. Chelsea, this run of games, we're going to see how, look, you've got Villa in there as well. This run of games, we're going to see how strong is this Liverpool side. Because Chelsea, 3 days later, Leipzig, 4 days later, Arsenal, 5 or 6 days later, Brighton, 3 days later, Leverkusen. That's a hefty run of games, that. But the way they're playing at the moment, it wouldn't surprise me if that Liverpool-Arsenal game's a 0-0 draw, because both sides are so strong defensively. Leverkusen, I think they'll beat. I mean, look at these games. Real Madrid, 4 days afterward. Then you got Manchester City. Then you got Newcastle, and then a Merseyside. Oh my Lord, Liverpool's fixtures are incredibly tough. But at the rate they're playing right now, I think they're going to have a really, really good season. I back them to finish 3rd, and I'm going to stand by that. Can they break into that top 2? I will be very, very impressed if they finish above Arsenal this year. But, right now, I think so far they've had some really, really good performances. Gravenberch is playing well. Diaz is taking his chances. Their defense is phenomenal. Conceded 1 goal in 5 games. And that's without Alisson as well, who for me is the best goalkeeper in the world. And when they're taking out players and bringing into like a Darwin Núñez, even he's getting on the score sheet. And like I said earlier, he's had a huge amount of pressure on his shoulders because he hasn't performed, in my opinion, well the last 6 to 9 months. He misses far too many chances to be Liverpool's number 9 for my liking. But Jota as well has missed a number of chances. Do Liverpool? I think the positions they need someone alongside, Gravenberch, if, like, for instance, a Zubimendi. And then from an attacking standpoint, I think they do need to bring in a number 9 and probably a left back, because Robertson, I think Tsimikas is good, but I think they need someone else to rival him. Kind of like what Arsenal have got from a left back situation with Timber and Calafiori, or Tottenham have got with our midfield options with the likes of Sarr and Bentancur, Bergvall. There's options there, Bissouma. But yeah, so far so good from a Liverpool perspective. If they can keep this going, they will have one hell of a season. I am backing Arne Slot to win silverware this year. I think he's a top coach. And so far every single test he's had come his way, he has answered. So yeah, I think they're going to have a good season. I don't know if they'll win the Champions League. I think Madrid or City are probably more likely to do that. But Liverpool have got obviously a huge amount of European pedigree, and those nights at Anfield, for me, the toughest away ground you could probably go to in Europe. But look, let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you have liked the video. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. And I will see you all soon. Thank you for watching. I am out.